Making brookies. This guy's got a lot of steps today because we're going to be making two doughs because this is going to be both a brownie and a cookie together. So first off, we're going to melt our chocolate chips with our butter. Just going to get that in there. Like so. We're going to pop this in here. We're going to put it into the microwave for about a minute and then we're going to stir it until it's smooth, okay? Now while that's melting, we're actually going to mix together our flour, which is already here, with our Dutch cocoa. Now this is a black cocoa. You can use regular cocoa. It technically does call for this because it has a bit more of that Oreo flavor. It's not the end of the world. It truly isn't, not a big deal. We're also going to add in our kosher salt, which is that kind of salt that's a little bit more, just more coarse. We're gonna add in, this is espresso powder or instant coffee. My cats are playing with paper, so sorry if you hear that in the background. And then this is our baking soda, okay? So that's gonna go together. We're gonna mix this until it comes together. You can see how dark that cocoa powder is compared to regular cocoa powder. There we go, that's been 1 minute. I'm gonna go grab that. Good, this looks good. Mixed like this, and we're gonna set that aside. I'm gonna go grab our butter. So here is our chocolate chips mixed with our butter. You will not need to do it a lot more than that. If you do need to, they say you can just do for about 20 seconds more, but you want to stir this now until it's smooth and comes together. This is honestly another way to make ganache if ever you need to make a chocolate ganache. It's the exact same thing. So you can see, it smooths out pretty easy. Nice. You just want to make sure that all of it is mixed. That looks really, really good. Nice close look at that. I have this little cough that will not go away. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to pop this to the side as well. Now finally, I'm going to take our sugar and our egg. Now when you go to crack an egg, do not crack it on the side of a bowl because that forces the shell into the egg and it's a better chance of getting shell in your egg. If you crack it on here, see how it gives you that nice little spot that you can put your thumb into? Peels it right open. There we go. No shell. Great. And now we're going to whisk this. Sorry, I should have warned you about that sound. But you want to whisk it until it gets nice and light in color. So it just should look super light and white like this, which is good. That's what we're looking for. So we're going to add in next our chocolate ganache. This, I'm going to scrape the rest in a second. I just don't want to let this sit for too long because it is still warm. There we go. Looking nice. I'm going to scrape out the rest of it because that is way too much to leave behind. Beautiful. Okay, so that's good there. We're going to mix this. Really nice. Scrape off here. Great. And then we're going to add in our powder ingredients into here. We're going to fold this in. Now, these are 2 small portions. It's going to make about 24 cookies altogether. It's like we're making half batches of each of these, so that way the cookies are just kind of your standard cookie size. So the good thing is if you like the flavor of each of these cookies, what you can do, you could do a full batch. You can basically double each one and just make brownie cookies, or just make chocolate chip cookies if you like the flavor of each of the sides. Beautiful. We're going to add in our, I have pecans. It calls for walnuts, but I just have pecans. So like this. And then once this is mixed together, we're going to pop this into the refrigerator while we make the next dough. There we go, looking great. Scraping around that side, perfect. Okay, so this looks perfect. I'm going to pop this into the fridge. We're onto our chocolate chip dough now, which has our butter, brown sugar, which you remember I showed you how to do that pack, unless you're doing it by weight, and then our light sugar, and we're going to cream this together like this. Yeah, I'm trying to get all of this into one video for you guys because it is 2 different doughs. You can see it doesn't take long to get all this done. And again, you could do this in your stand mixer if you wanted, or you could use a hand mixer to do this part right here. That's okay. And again, they're smaller amounts, so they go a little bit faster with mixing it together. You can see these are pretty good. That looks good. Perfect. Again, we're going to crack that egg on the counter into here. Perfect. And then we're going to mix this one in fully. And this is how you kind of know it's a half batch for each, because each side only required 1 egg. Beautiful. Okay, that's looking nice. You can see how the texture is going really, really smooth, which is what you want. This is just going to assure that we have all of the right ingredients evenly distributed. I'm just going to dollop this one. Good enough. A little bit more. Perfect. Just like this. Mix this in. That's our vanilla, in case you're wondering what that was. Beautiful. Set this aside for a minute so we can mix together our flour, our salt, and our baking soda. Perfect. We're going to give that a little stir here. And then we're going to add that right into our other mix in here. Beautiful. I can use that one. Perfect. So we'll just mix this until it comes together. Beautiful. All right, next we're going to be adding, excuse me, adding in our chocolate chips. And then we're going to pop this into the fridge with the other one. So altogether, it'll be about 20 minutes for the brownies in the fridge and maybe 10 minutes in there for this, just while we wait for the oven to preheat. And then we're going to roll these together. Beautiful. This looks great. And then chocolate chips. Fold them in. Perfect. Just like this. The dough will look like this when it's ready. We're going to pop it in the fridge. We have our batter fresh out of the fridge. I'm just going to oil my hands just a little bit so we can get moving quick. I also put a little bit of oil into my tablespoons. This is just a tablespoon measure. I'm going to grab a tablespoon of this guy like this. Perfect. And pop that out with a tablespoon of this guy like this, okay? I'm going to scoop that out. Beautiful, okay? So then you're supposed to take this and this, put them together, just gently roll it like this until you have one like that. We're going to put it onto our pan with a split at the top, and then we're going to do it over and over again until it's full. Again, so you can see it, it's 1 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon. You put them together like this, just gently roll it so you have half and half, and place it onto your pan. And roll them so that they look like this. And we're going to bake them at a preheated oven of 375 degrees for somewhere between 12 to 15 minutes, and I'll let you know. Here we go. Okay, so these are fully baked. This was 13 minutes. I'll give you a nice close look at what they all look like. Now for me, these are a little bit too mounded. I like them to be a little more flat for my cookies. That's just a personal preference. So for my next batch, I'm just going to push them down just a little bit so that way they go down a little more. While we're waiting for those ones to bake, I'm going to give you your ingredients right here so you can screenshot it. So you can make these at home, and then I'm going to show you at the end what the other ones looked like after they were squished just a little bit more. So screenshot it. Screenshot it. Okay, I'll be back with the other cookies. This is the second batch that were pushed down just a little bit. I love them. I think they're perfect. So this is how I would do them, like so. Just so you can see what the inside looks like, it's like this. They are perfect. Okay, love you, bye.